Well, that trade's about to hit the first target here at 14. The failed breakdown setup. There's nothing to do today. Oh, bro, I'm long already. I'm about to hit, and this is gonna be probably the low of the week, brother. If this ends up holding here. But yeah, I'm not actively trading for sure, but I'm long and about to close some and swing some for tomorrow. I agree there's not much to do. I'm working out on my newsletter, just posting, working on the recap here. I said short on Friday, you know? I had my thesis here given out to be short on Friday. On a close below 69.88, we gapped down. I posted all over on X, Substack. I gave my reasoning. Oh, you know? Okay. I had no idea who you were. I'm sorry, but I'm glad you're a reader. Thanks, man. Right now, the plan that's in play is this one. If you're my reader, if you read my Substack posts, this has been a plan that I've had for like weeks here already. Ever since we were trading midweek during this consolidation, this was like 2 weeks ago already. It said ES would trade below 97, 897. Price would flush down to 87 through 80. The low of the day is 87 and a few ticks. And then reclaim 900, 905 and not consolidate below 80s, 880s. And then reclaim 900, 905, and then exactly what we did so far. We'll see. But yeah, I'll swing this one into tomorrow if this holds here into the close. But yeah, not much to do. I agree. Friday though was boring. Like it wasn't very. It wasn't a lot going on intraday in terms of like movement and volatility. But there was a lot of just selling near the 88s, the high volume node area. You know, the 88s and above. You can clearly see on a chart. You don't need anything special in terms of like software for order flow. I mean, the volume profile said it was dense already as it was, but you can see on this time frame. See, just put an hourly. You can see like this is Friday's action right here, right? You can see clearly like they did not want to let it come over that area that I was annotating on that volume profile. They didn't let it close on the hourly no at any point on as soon as we open on Friday, right? They did not want it to close over that 88 level. It wicked it over many times and failed, and eventually, well, that was, you know, somewhat a sign. But I'm glad you subbed. You subbed. OPEX. Yeah, to some degree, it was pinning, you know. I do have well, here's the thing. I'm currently working on a Discord right now because I'm going to be putting out my I'm running a Python script, so I'm trying to get them my Python script code to because I'm pulling data from an options chain. So I do have one. I just made it. And it's gonna have all my gamma and walls for my weekly and then daily ones. Um, and some stocks that I watch. Let me post it on here. I'll invite you if you want to join it. But they're locked for now, most of the channels. I'm going to kind of work out, make sure it's accurate and it's good, but I'll invite you to the server if you want. There you go. You can put it there. For now, it's pretty much blank, but I'll end up opening it up when it's ready. I have a lot of the channels kind of closed for now. Um, I'm gonna post the ones that I for sure like the levels for everyone to see. And then when I take a failed breakdown setup that aligns with them, I'll post it here on a chart. Um, yeah, and then I'll end up modifying it a little bit. I just kind of worked over the weekend. It was kind of a lot of work. Hallelujah. Hi, buddy. Aloha, let's go. Aloha. Is that you? I assume that's you, right? Okay, now I gotta finish this post. Tomorrow, New York session. Yeah, I mean today is not going to be anything significant. I'll see what we end the day, but ideally, the volume today is not going to be significant. Tomorrow, we'll definitely get a lot of volume, especially if we gap down, or just continue with the gap down open. Probably get a lot of mean reversion initially. This reminds me of DeepSeek. I don't know if you were around trading at the time, but during the DeepSeek gap downs, this was like around February last year, give or take, when DeepSeek was spooking the AI bubble, AI narrative, getting gap downs. It started with one giant gap down. I think we were down like 1.5%, and then you had, and then it would recover, and then you get another headline risk, and then it would get another gap down, and they would recover, and so on and so forth. They did that for a little while during the political drama and the AI confusion. Today, 100 will be at Davos. Gotcha. Yeah, you might get some more headlines. I think he's supposed to speak on Wednesday too, when I was looking at the calendar. I think, I mean, this is the time of the year where there's a lot of political drama. So I don't know how that's going to influence or impact markets. I'm sure for this period of time, we probably will have some volatility, kind of shaking things up as we near earnings reports too. That'll create a lot of confusion for now. You know, I personally don't really care where the narrative goes, but kind of the time of the year where they do this whole volatility stuff every year. February is usually the most volatile period. February and headlines news in Europe. Yeah, this is the time of the year when this happens. Like, actually, this is a little earlier than normal. Usually, it's like last week of January going into February. There's a lot of volatility. If you go back, you can go back to any S&P chart, go on the monthly time frame, and just go back to the beginning of the year, and you're gonna see like a very common pattern. The first quarter, like within February and March, is usually the highest, the biggest drawdown periods for the first quarter of the year. And this is primarily due for a lot of reasons. I mean, political stuff could be one, and then also the earnings reports that are coming out during that time of the year, guiding for the next fiscal year or the end of the year. It's very common to have volatility during this time. Just the reason is changes sometimes. Sometimes it's earnings, sometimes it's political. It just varies. I think 2 years ago it was the Russia Ukraine stuff kind of reigniting. 3 years ago during this time, I think it was March, February as well. We're getting gap downs too during this period. I've been around a lot. I've been around for many years. I've seen this happen so many times. The reason's always different. Let's see. What do I don't know, honestly. I don't have anything to say. I don't really know much about it, to be honest. As far as like, is it a good or bad thing? I think it's a bad thing. There's sovereignty for a reason, right? So my question, and it just, I don't like it personally. I don't even know much about it, to be honest. Whether the why or any of it, all I know is that it's not okay. It's just you're taking another nation's sovereignty against their own will. It's just not okay. But that's all I know. What about you, man? You keep up any of this? I'm not really one to have opinions on it. Every time stuff like this pops up, everyone's some sort of pro or has some sort of knowledge base around something that's never happened before. I don't really give it a lot of time of day. Kind of stay in my lane. As a European, I'm concerned in general, again, sovereignty issue, things like that. As a European, where are you from, man? The only concern that I can draw that's parallel with like it's the justification of something like this happening. What stops Poland? Oh man, I met some guy from Poland when I was in Switzerland. He said it was beautiful there. I know you guys have gone through quite a bit with. I'm not sure how long you've lived there, but the history, being in between all these nations that have constant issues. I know the sovereignty recently has kind of. You guys have put up your walls firm, which has helped the country. From my understanding of what I've kind of seen on the news. I don't know if it's true or not, but you let me know how you feel about your country. Because I know that there's a lot of threats that have happened with Poland's history to be taken over. Require some caution when taking. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, given the history, it's traumatic. I completely understand that. I don't know a lot of the history. It's just that, I've glazed over it, what I learned in school and what I've kind of researched, but eh, the country's gone through a lot, Poland, you know. I'm not sure how old you are or how much of the history you've been through, but I mean, I'm sure it's embedded in the culture as well as part of your history. It's definitely concerning from that standpoint. 30s? Oh, okay, cool. Me too. Mid 30s? Okay. I just turned 30. Like one generation prior to you, there was like, oh, maybe your parents struggled quite a bit and their parents. But how's the country been lately? I think you guys have had quite the turnaround. I've seen a lot of policies with strict borders and kind of cracking down on immigration, which is problematic in most places, but I'm not sure how that's helped the country. Has it? Is that really what the narrative, what the media is saying true? I know they highlight it as a negative thing, but I think from the videos I actually saw on the other end, they were actually a great thing in terms of safety and crime rates dropping. Six. Mm, it is safer. Okay. Yeah, I kind of saw that a little bit of that. I think a little bit under a year ago. I thought it was great. Poland's more conservative. Good. I have relatives, for example, I live in. I'm not saying. Yeah, it's a different world. I get that. I'm not saying it's Texas. It's funny. Conservative is different in every country too. It doesn't have the same values. Something between California and Texas. Got it. Yeah, I met a guy on a train when I was in Switzerland this last year. He was from Poland. Um, he said he loved it. He was very happy to talk. I can tell he loved Poland because the way he kind of glistened when I asked him about his country. You can tell when someone loves where they're from or they feel pride when they're from because they light up, and that's not something you commonly will see. Or at least for me, when I travel and I've asked people questions, he was very proud, which is great. It says a lot about the country. He told me places to go and visit. And he also said to go to Denmark. Where did he say to go? Maybe you've been there. I'm gonna go to another country he recently went to. He liked Norway. He said Norway was beautiful too. I've never been. But expensive. Oh, I mean Switzerland. I don't know how it is in relevance to Switzerland, but I'm not sure if you've been to Switzerland, but it's beautiful there. It's expensive as well. And Norway, I've never been, but he kind of sold me on it when he was mentioning it. I looked it up a little bit, but I mean, pretty much the same as Switzerland. No, makes sense. A lot of the beautiful places are expensive. A lot of places. I mean, Switzerland, it was mind-blowingly beautiful. So I mean, I'll have to try take his word for it. I guess I'll probably have to go to Norway at some point. Have you ever been to Switzerland? Or what's a country you visited that you've been to that you love as well? In Europe, in general, not have to be Europe, could be anywhere. But yeah, if you want to talk about Europe, sure. I've been. Oh, really? That's great. I mean, you can pick a few. Doesn't have to be one, I guess. It comes to mountains. Got it. Austria. Okay. I'll have to look that up right now. Yeah, I guess it depends, huh? Because every place is different. Like you got the city, mountains, countryside, things like that as well. Kind of hard when you've been many places, beaches, things like that. Portugal, if you like to surf. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I was talking. It's kind of hard to pick when you have different demographic, different areas you can travel to for different kinds of um ventures. So Croatia, Portugal. I can't say I like Croatia. I've seen images of Croatia. It looks beautiful. Portugal. Portugal over Spain. I think they're neighbors, right? For surfing, yes. I I've never been surfing. I'd like to try. Spain is better, really? Overall? Hmm. But like is I assume Spain's a little bigger, maybe more developed, city wise. I'm not sure. I don't know much. Better food, more vivid cities. Gotcha. Mm, 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 mm. Ezra, go brush your teeth, okay? Have you ever been to the US to visit? In order to validate. Paris is overrated. I don't really have an interest to go to Paris. When I made the when I wanted to go to Europe, I that one was not even on my list. To be honest, I feel like it's a very cliche location to go on your first Europe trip. That was my first time in Europe, by the way. I'm going to Switzerland. So I definitely did not want to go there. That's your last continent. Oh, got it. So I don't know. It just seemed like too cliche to go there. I definitely did not have interest to go. What I did enjoy there was the ease of transportation, at least within Switzerland. I don't know if the all of Europe is like this with just the transit system, the trains. American TV series, like right. I don't even know those series, but that's interesting. So I have to go one day. Yeah, there's a lot of places that are beautiful, man. Here, um, it's different than Europe for sure. At least from the what I saw in Europe was like the one thing I can't really speak on all of Europe. I will only speak on when I went to Switzerland, and Switzerland's beautiful. But what I've noticed is the openness in. First of all, Switzerland's very safe. I felt super safe there. But in terms of openness, like being able to communicate with someone you do not know, is there's more friction in Switzerland than there was here. Almost like you can talk to anyone here a little more easily. About safety, I've lived here my whole life, in California at least, and I've never been concerned for my safety or had my life threatened. I don't know where that stems from. I have another guy who I spoke with. He's from Germany, and he says he fears getting shot. I don't know where that comes from, but I kind of laugh at that idea because like I've never come close to any sort of instance like that. I don't know where that threat or narrative derives from. I think the media does a very good job at portraying us as a very unsafe place, maybe. But I've never even come close to I've got a gun. The only gun I've ever seen is one that I've personally like went out with someone who was going out to go shooting on a range. So I don't know where that comes from. That's crazy. I'm 30 years old. I've lived here my whole life. I've never had a gun in my face or near me or weapon or you know whatever. I mean, I'm sure it happens. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's places where it does happen, but from my experience, I have not come across that. I don't know where that comes from. I really don't. I'm sure some countries are some cities or some states specifically. Yeah, there is, I think. Um, some states specifically, maybe, but I don't know. Here in California, where I'm at, I don't really have that concern. I have. Let's see. So new newsletter's out. Close this one. There we go. Cool. So get the new one. Oh, my man, is that you? You just no, I don't think that's you. I just read my post already. All right, well, I think I'm wrapped up for the day. I'm gonna see if this tags here into the time the market close today, like an hour still. Yes, sir. Nope. Oh, someone else. That's fine. It's actually, you know what? Let me process my payout. Well, this is interesting. You trade U.S. markets, huh? What got you interested in the S&P or U.S. markets or trading in general? It's volume. Oh. Are they? Gotcha. I'm also day trading DAX. Okay. In the best time zone. I'm assuming it's like midday when the market opens or afternoon. Yes, yes. Congrats on the payout. What proof you getting it from? Who are you getting to pay out? Oh, okay. Actually, let's. I mean, I've had a few, but I'll just do one. I just got mine approved today. Let me my emails, I guess. I don't really care. So here's the. Where is my email? Here's Fidias. There it is. Ricardo, successfully processed your payment. Here it is. So they're letting me know my payment was processed. And then here's my Rise payout. Oh, there you go. Fidias prop firm. I think they're from another country. London 9 a.m. Oh, that's great. That is a great time. So there's the email. I'm about to go into the wallet and request payment, request transfer. I have a couple more coming midweek as well. I have like here's my check it out. So here's my 3 accounts, right? I have 3. I have more, but these are the 3 that I'm trading right now. I'm up already from the weekend short. How much ever this is. This doesn't include whatever I have open right now as a position because I have an open position too. 301 plus 623 plus 747. So about 1600 from the Friday short that I took between those 3. And then I have an open P&L because this P&L you see on the Jigsaw, I have 3 accounts with an open position. Here, watch, I'll show you. I'm going to take profit on one. You'll see the P&L go higher here. I'll take profit one here. And you'll see this middle one, open profit, not proof. Oh, I thought you were asking for proof, so, you know, figure I'd share it. Some people are skeptical and I get it, you know. But anyway, you'll see this one should populate like another $100 or so in a few ticks. Did it close it? It did. Oh, well, there you go. It went to 785. Whatever. It didn't. It was. I don't remember what it was, but whatever. I closed the position on some of that. I have another account here. Transparency is important. Yeah, you know. I mean, here's the thing, like, just because I make money doesn't mean everyone's gonna make money. Or vice versa. If I don't make money, doesn't mean people won't make money. With the information that I share, like the information that I share, in terms of like the levels and plans, like you can give 100 people the same information, not all of them will make money on it because each one of them will manage the trade differently, or the level or the idea or whatever it is. That's the fluidity of the markets, right? That makes it very difficult. It's like everyone can have access to the same data, same plan, same information, but not all of them will make money. We should consider opening. I'll consider it another time, not right now, but I will. So there. All right. I have to go. All right, man. Well, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. See you tomorrow. I'm gonna be heading out in a few too. Tomorrow. But yeah, we're long, and just gonna swing this into tomorrow. See if they tag this level in the next hour. But I'm gonna head out too. Thanks for anyone who tuned in. Be back tomorrow morning. Plans are posted for tomorrow's session. We got a swing trade going. I'll see you, Mr. Mayor and Clea.